suggestions for improvement in French, English, Swahili, Arabic, Somalis. I want to hear some French. Otherwise, I'll call some of the people here. So, Kone, please. Yeah, go ahead. Vas-y. En français. Ou bien en anglais.
I wrote my question in English.
Oh, you see, I'm trying to help him. Then he wants to. Okay. No. Don't take my job.
So it will be addressed to Prof.
Okay.
As it's in English.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Alan. I have 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The first one is addressed to Mr. Paul, the presentation of Paul this morning.
Paul Hoffman.
Yes, Paul Hoffman. I don't know if it's alive.
No, don't worry. We can transfer the things to.
Okay. The question is, which critical area of telecommunication network should be prioritized in post-quantum migration strategy? This is the first question. Can I go to the second?
Yeah, go continue. Yeah.
Okay.
It's open mic, so we take all the questions.
Okay.
Yeah, then we can choose to answer and not answer.
You have to answer. Okay, the second one is, can existing infrastructure be upgraded through software, or will hardware replacement be required? And the last one is addressed to Mr. Jofra. Why should an organization continue investing in MPLS when ST1 can deliver similar connectivity with greater and lower operational costs? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, who's next?
Oh, my name is Molovela. I'm from Lesotho.
From
Lesotho.
Lesotho.
Yeah. My question is, we are trying to commercialize, data security to the larger extent, being able to see how we can filter for minors. However, we have discovered that our regulator wants to put that as the mandatory to some extent. So we want to know how other big markets like Kenya, South Africa, and the rest are dealing with that. Thank you.
Good. We had a lady over there. Are you speaking French?
No, English. English, please.
No, please take your English to Google Translate to French and then she speaks some French.
Okay, merci beaucoup. How do you say bonjour? Am I doing right? Bonjour. Good afternoon, colleagues, and let me thank you for wonderful presentation. I'm a fellow. My country is Botswana, and I work for the regulator. So my questions probably would reflect that I'm a regulator, not an operator. The first question is on IXP, because I was just seated there wondering who is the oversight body for the IXP in my country, or how are other countries doing to, to deal with the issues that will probably need the regulatory, attention. In the event there are issues that arise as a result of competition, like what is the best practice of managing IXPs regarding that nature, that ISPs could be, in competition somewhere, somewhat. Then the second question would be on spam, that coming from, again, the background of being a regulator, my portfolio is doing standards of telecoms and ICT, and I follow ITU, and I know there is a resolution from the WTSA 24 on spam. It's a resolution 92, where it talks of how we should maybe study and do research and learn from each other on this. I was just wondering how, whether countries are aware, our countries in the motherland, whether they are aware of that resolution, even how we can do or what can be done to keep, coming slowly to learn on the strategies to address issues of spam in our networks. So if you could search that resolution, it's resolution 52. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. So, as I said, this is the open mic, and the questions are not necessary for us. Okay? As you can see, the questions seem to be for the audience. So, if I think there was a questions from the previous gentleman asking the view of regulator. So, if you are a regulator or you are a change point manager or whatever it is, you can just step in and share your view on any of the questions. Okay, so it's not a question to us, it's the open mic. Okay, so Chief, you want to speak English again?
Oui,
so?
oui, oui.
Oui, oui?
Non, non, non.
Français? English?
Je n'ai pas...
Beaucoup de français? Ah, okay.
Thank you so much. My name is Evan Sucheng from Kenya. So just two questions here in regards to a behavior that is very common in East Africa.
Yeah.
And this is basically shutting down of internet. We find that internet nowadays is used as a medium of communication, as you have seen. And therefore, if during elections people are unable to access the internet, there's a blackout, is there anything that people here can actually do to protect their citizens? We know Tanzanians actually, they are a victim of such kind of things, Uganda. And for Kenya, we don't know how it's going to be. Next year will be on elections, but we would want an open and transparent internet that is governed by principles which are set there. So I think it's mostly on internet governance. Then lastly, can internet be used? I think there's a question in another forum that okay. So they are asking who is benefiting, who is the person behind all these things, the infrastructure, and you find there are countries that can actually have cyber warfare, and it's an emerging issue. So we might attack a certain country, block their internet and such kind of things, since we are not in good political terms with them. So can this actually be prevented? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Internet is for everyone. Yeah, please.
Okay, I think I'll speak in English. My name is Duncan.
You speak English?
Yes.
Okay. No, you
My
are
name
allowed
is
to.
Duncan, and I'm here from Kenya.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about the issue of the automation. I know it was raised by the KNET team, Geoffrey, in regards of the automation. And I wanted to pose a question whereby, are we able to automate our systems or our network infrastructure in terms of monitoring topologies? And what methods actually can it be used to apply on whole corners in terms of fiber infrastructure and the wireless infrastructure? So that is what I wanted to raise, and a question which I want to pose this forum.
Okay, thank you. Let's go online, then we will come to the room. Abdul Karim?
Thank you very much, Alan. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Yes, good afternoon to everybody. Sorry, my comment is on the issue of IPv6. And I think we've been having a lot of trainings, a lot of discussions around the deployment of IPv6. But I think one of the challenge that we've not really discussed or talked about is the issue of financing. And I think no matter the amount of training we do, no matter how much we build capacity, if we're not talking about how do we finance the transition to IPv6, it is not going to happen in our region. So I think we need to, yes, I believe we still need to continue to do the training. We still need to have those discussions. But we also need to now start thinking of how do we put the resources together, because the resources is one of the major factors that is actually hindering the deployment of IPv6. Thank you very much.
The gentleman over there probably gonna speak French because we need some French. Then Sheun will take Sheun and.
Pour vous faire plaisir, je vais parler en français. D'accord. Moi, mon intervention, c'est par rapport au spam. On a, dans les présentations, il a été fait cas de deux types de RBL. J'allais dire en fait les free et puis les commerciaux. Mais il se trouve que nous, on est fournisseurs d'accès Internet. On est beaucoup confrontés à ce genre de situation avec les clients. Et vous prenez une adresse IP, après ils font autre chose. Et c'est vous derrière en fait qui êtes affecté. Il y en a où c'est facile en fait de délister une adresse IP. Mais par contre, d'autres, ils vont même vous demander de payer. Pour pouvoir l'enlever. Ça, c'est le premier cas. Ces cas-là, il peut blacklister 1/32, ça veut dire une seule adresse IP. Mais j'ai vu des cas où c'est tout 1/24 qui a été pris. Dans ce genre de situation, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Puisque l'adresse, vous l'avez donnée à un client, mais derrière ça, il fait autre chose. Pour étant fournisseur d'accès Internet, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Parce qu'il arrive qu'on bloque les ports 25, 587, mais malgré tout ça, vous retombez dans les situations. J'en connais des FAI qui ont carrément abandonné ces adresses-là. Ils ont carrément abandonné. Quand ils donnent à un client, après le client se rend compte qu'il ne peut pas faire certaines opérations, il revient vers le FAI, et en ce moment, le FAI est obligé de changer d'adresse IP. Sans pourtant lui dire que c'est parce que en fait, l'adresse là est blacklistée. Tu ne peux pas lui dire ça. Si tu lui dis ça, c'est ta crédibilité qui est en jeu. Voilà.
Ok, d'accord. Merci beaucoup. Sheun, let's go back online. Sheun, then we'll come to the room again. Sheun.
Thank you, Mr. Alain, for the opportunity to speak. I think it's just an observation. Mine is not a question. Since my first internet summit in Mauritius, I think I've seen several improvements in its organization over the years. And yesterday, during the opening remarks, when I saw Prof, I was just wondering where he's getting his energy from. You know, still making sure, yes, that everything still go as planned. So my main concern is, I think we need to really make volunteering in AFNOG attractive to the generation that are coming. So I'm looking at sustainability now, okay? Because with Mr. Prof and Mr. Len taking the front seat, ensuring that, yes, it goes as planned, I think we really need the younger generation. We still have quite a lot of energy to like put into this. So I'm just throwing this to the community. How can we make volunteering in AFNOG attractive to the younger generation? Thank you.
Thank you one more time. I'm Edwin Odarocha. And everyone, thanks for the excellent day and the hospitality to be here in Kenya, me and my colleagues. But our question is related with the technical and policy challenges that are preventing a scalable peering ecosystem across African countries, IXP, efficient traffic with the continent, and interconnection between data centers and the regional across the borders. What do we have to do? And for the second question is, how can we in our continent reduce dependency on international internet routing by expanding IXP peering with the focus on sustainable, scalable digital infrastructure ecosystem across continents? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jordi, let's go online. Jordi, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to comment something that Abdul Karim just said, and I think either I didn't understood that or there is some misconception here. The point is that experience doing IPv6 deployment in hundreds of networks in hundreds of countries shows that deploying IPv6 is actually cheaper than keeping IPv4, which carry RANET. So unless I misunderstood him, I really don't think that's actually a problem. You should finance the growth of your network even if you don't deploy IPv6, right? So that's my point. Thank you.
Bonjour. Hi, my name is Eugene Muhua. So my question was to these big ISPs. If we look at the penetration rate in Kenya, it's about 48%. The major ISPs are only taking about 30%. What opportunities are there that we can enable these small ISPs, or can we reduce the barriers to entry to enable these small ISPs and we empower them to be able to scale up the internet adoption in Kenya? Because when you look at the smartphone penetration in Kenya, it is very high vis-a-vis compared to the internet connection. So my question is to the big players, what opportunity or how can we work with these small ISPs to enable and to ensure the whole country is well connected? My second question is, now we are adapting the IPv6. Why can't we reduce the barriers that that limit the adoption of IPv6 so that we are able, because I'm seeing in Kenya we only have about 18% adoption of IPv6. If we are transitioning to it, what barriers to entry can we mitigate to enable that everyone can be able to transition to IPv6? Thank you.
Thank you. So now we're going to hear some Swahili, right? Or Somali, no?
We can speak Swahili, Somali, English, a bit of French. All I know. My name is Mohammed Mukhtar. I'm from Fiber, an internet service provider based here in Nairobi. Mine is more of an appreciation to the first speaker I listened to today, that is Richard. And his story actually humbles me. And he just reminds you that whatever that we're doing as an ISP today, a lot of people fought for it. And they went through a lot of rejection and problems and suffering, probably. So mine is to say thank you to the pioneers and everybody who has done a lot to enable us do this business today in a very simple and easy way. So we found it very easy. And I just now know that anything that is good does not come on a silver platter. Some people do go through a lot, so mine is just appreciation.
A round of applause for the pioneers. Please wait, this gentleman, okay, before you.
Parler en français. C'est bon? Donc, merci. Moi, c'est M. Haruna Isaka. C'est ça? OK. Donc, merci. Moi, c'est M. Haruna Isaka. Je viens du Niger.
Presse du micro.
Je suis au niveau du gouvernement. Je suis au niveau d'une agence gouvernementale. Et moi, mon cri de cœur, c'est par rapport à tout ce qu'on est en train de vivre comme session ici. Et on parle de Internet et pour tout le monde. Nous qui sommes des pays enclavés, nous nous rendons compte quelque part que l'Internet n'est pas pour tout le monde. Parce que souvent, nous dépendons naturellement des pays côtiers et nous payons trop cher ces questions de transit. Je pense que c'est des questions qui ont été discutées plusieurs fois. Il y a eu des ententes et des accords. Et malheureusement, c'est des choses qui n'ont pas permis de beaucoup avancer. Ce qui fait que, au niveau de nos pays, on sent qu'il y a un impact sur le coût lié à la qualité de l'Internet et surtout aussi sur la disponibilité. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, souvent, ça freine également sur les investissements pour ces différents opérateurs. Et la deuxième chose, c'est par rapport à la question des gouvernements et des banques. Je pense que celui qui avait parlé sur la question de la cybersécurité avait insisté sur la notion de blacklist qui vient souvent du gouvernement ou également des banques. Et je me dis aussi, hier il y avait une session sur le gouvernement, nous n'avons pas eu à participer, mais je me dis, ces genres de plateformes aussi peuvent servir également de tremplin pour permettre à ces gouvernements de comprendre que quelque part, ils font partie des nœuds, je ne dirais pas faibles, mais les moyens qui souvent incitent à aller vers ces questions également de cyberespace et au niveau des banques. Et je dirais aussi, on a beaucoup de AF étoiles, mais je me dis normalement le AF étoile qui est la partie certes doit également être un acteur important pour porter ce message par rapport à tout ce qui est CICERT et certes au niveau des pays. Et quand vous prenez au niveau africain, c'est des choses qui n'existent pas pratiquement. Il n'y a que quelques rares pays qui en ont. Donc normalement, c'est le rôle également de ce AF-là également pour pouvoir aussi accompagner ces pays afin d'arriver à mettre. Et enfin, je dirais, en tout cas, merci d'être là. Et merci également à l'hospitalité des Kenyans. J'ai l'habitude de suivre le professeur, mais je ne l'ai jamais vu en présentiel. Je pense que c'est un honneur pour moi de le voir. Et c'est quelqu'un qui, toujours, on sent de l'inspiration et de l'énergie dans ce qu'il fait. Et on sent de l'amour. Je pense que c'est des modèles sur lesquels nous devrons nous appuyer. Également, les alliances sont là. Je pense que c'est important pour nous jeunes pour voir comment est-ce qu'on peut continuer à perpétuer et permettre également à l'Afrique de ne pas être à l'écart de ce qui se passe. Je vous remercie.
D'accord, merci. Marcus, je pense que tu as reçu le message pour Africa 7. D'accord. So, okay, please.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Lake Sampua from Malawi Research and Education Network. Mine is not a question, but rather a contribution. And maybe before I got there, how many of us have ever heard of IRR Explorer? Anyone? IRR Explorer. Okay, good. Okay, great. So, since we talked about routing security, I thought it would be better to share one of the resources that we can use to ensure that we don't have any issues like route risks. So, thank you very much. I'm going to use our ASN as an example. So, could you please type 37, yeah, that one, 215. Yep. Thank you so much. Okay, you can scroll down. So that's one of the ways that we use to check our, if we have any routing issues. So I would like a volunteer to tell us their SN so we can see if they have any issues.
Any volunteer?
Anyone? Okay. Anyone, you can.
I mean, I have ASN, AS0.
Okay. It's what?
AS0.
Zero.
Zero, zero.
Zero.
Yes, it's for me.
Oh no. Actually, we need we need a little network.
You need a real network.
Yeah. Come on, guys. We don't have. Okay. He's saying.
Or maybe we should use the ASN we are using for this. No. It's liquid network here. Maybe. Yeah.
Actually, no. We needed a real network. Yeah, ASN.
Yeah, I have it. 32, 82, 11.
Please, can you go back to the
32,
82, 11.
Okay, yeah, please spell it again.
32,
32
82,
82
11.
11. Are you sure you want to expose this? It's at your own risk. We take no responsibility for what happened. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. 1. But please don't search yet. I want this guy to consent that we AFNOG take no responsibility for what we will see. Okay? Okay. Please search for it.
Okay, fine. So what I wanted to emphasize is this information, it's available for everyone. So you yourself, as a network operator, as well as the attackers. So if you're not serious with this thing, an attacker can go there, check your ASN, and see any issues. So they can easily target you. So yeah, thank you so much. I just wanted to share that.
Okay, please let's see the result of 3328211. I want to see. I'm seeing some yellow, some blue, and this thing. Oh,
Yeah.
no prefix were found.
So actually, when you see like issues like that, that means there's something that
Well,
you have to
there is
do.
one prefix, but there is no root object. There is no root object. There is no rower. So we need to do something. You go there. Somebody is called James. Talk to James. Okay, then we can this fix. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, a round of applause. So let me give the mic to Prof because I think she will raise something, and these gentlemen also said, I think they are asking, where do you get this energy from? And how can we make volunteering in AFNOG attractive? So,
are you sure I have energy? Okay. No. I'd like to at least thank you all for staying throughout the whole NOG day and also active even towards the end and contributing and raising questions and raising NOG issues so that we can all think about it to build better networks and also become better operators. Now, as to the question of energy, it's actually very simple. If you believe in Africa and you believe that networks are important for Africa, you will find the energy. Okay? But maybe you are believing, but you're not fully committed. That also is fine. But the more you do, the more you become committed. Meaning it grows on you. If you help somebody and his network gets better, the person will come and appreciate it. Then what do? You want to help them again. So there's a way in which this thing happens organically. Shehu is raising the issue of how you volunteer. Perhaps at some point you have a discussion with the coordinator of AFNOG, Madam Nancy Doche, and she can share some things. But notice that what happens is that folks come in as students or participants, then they get the sickness, the bug catches them, right? When you come in, you see a certain spirit. There's a certain spirit here which I don't know how to convey it. People want to help each other. People ask each other questions. People want to cooperate. People want to coordinate. We are forced by the nature of the network to learn to coordinate. All that spirit changes you. And so eventually you become what? An instructor. So you grow from being a normal participant, you see the fever, you like it, you participate more, and then what happens? You become an instructor. Maybe not immediately at the regional level, you become an instructor in your country NOG, or maybe in your university or in your lab, you become an instructor. So we have something we say, take AFNOG home. So you come first as a participant, you feel the vibes of the NOG community vibe. Then what do you do next? If you just go home and forget it, then you've missed. But if you go home and you've got the vibe, you try to teach somebody else. You want to share with somebody. And usually you don't do it one-on-one. You try to do it with a small group of people and you share with them. Because when you teach, you learn more. So if you've come, I'm a teacher, okay? I'm a university teacher. So when you go back, you should take this vibe home and then try to impart it to some others. In some cases, you do it in your organization, you impart it. Maybe in some cases, you have a larger, maybe cross-institutional organization like a REN, somebody mentioned Research Education Net. So you try to do it across. Or maybe you have a country NOG, so you try and apply this knowledge, let's say, sharing to that community. Then eventually you start organizing to have your own local NOG where you've identified a number of instructors, and then these instructors now look for participants. They prepare their own curriculum, what they think is going to be useful for that community. Then they look for tracks. What subject tracks? Do you want to do routing? Because lately we are seeing that IXPs want to learn more BGP. So you generate a program for them. It may be one day, maybe 1 week, depending on what your capacities will do. Then you go and try that out. So you run your NOG, maybe co-located to an AIS. For example, here, we could have had local NOGs like we did in Accra, where the REN together with the ISOC voluntarily. Nobody forces any of these things because it's not fun if it's forced. It has to be that you yourself have a desire to try and impart. And then several of you find the right community, you target the community, you prepare, we can help you with materials. Can show you the instruction materials for various topics that are of interest to your people, and then you try to do it. Eventually, after you've done a few of these, you'll be confident enough. The next time we are doing the regional workshops, you will see a track that is of interest, whether it is in the Africa CERT area, or it is in the routing area, or in the server services area, or any of the specialized areas. And you notice that's the reason why we have our events co-located all at AIS. The week before, we want to do activity, training related, NOG related things. Then we do NOG conference. Then we break into the parallel sessions of different organizations, the TLDs sharing. Okay, the NOGs sharing, you saw some of it today. Maybe the RENs also sharing. Okay, maybe the CERTs also sharing. Maybe the TLDs also sharing. Okay, and it goes on like that. So it's really up to what you want, because it's most effective if you volunteer. Volunteer means that you yourself want to do it. When we see that, then we'll give you support. Okay? And the support can come in many ways. It can be maybe we'll go and raise funds from somewhere else to help you do something at your locale. Maybe, we'll put you in touch with some other institution that you never thought about within your environment that you are not aware to collaborate with so you can have a stronger activity, and on and on. But generally what we want is you come in as a participant, learn something, go back home, take the NOG home, then build a little kernel there, gain experience, and then come back at some later time, maybe to be an instructor or maybe take a different course, different track, and grow. So the NOG is for us. So AFNOG. So you didn't get the bug yet. You didn't get the bug yet. By now, you should be feeling strong that when I say AFNOG, you want me to hear that you want to be successful. See? You know, it's not just coming and listening to some instruction and participating, but you must feel AFNOG. You got to feel it, you see? And you should be dying to take that little knowledge back home. So take AFNOG home. That's really the spirit of the growth we are looking for. It will make us independent. Africa wants to do things with everyone, but initially by itself, so that others can help it. And that's the spirit of the NOG.
Thank you, Prof. And I want to add that, yes, like Prof said, for example, KE-NOG, there is a KE-NOG, which is the country NOG, which also was built from AFNOG. I think Kevin and Michuki and co. So is an example that you can also, like Prof was saying, from here, take AFNOG home, build your local NOG. But to add to what Prof was saying, that is the desire to do things for ourselves. This also motivates. Because, look, anything you're trying to do, you may tell yourself, but what value am I adding? I'll give an example. One of the NREN, I will not name them. Prof and I, we met them, and we had a conversation with them saying, why is that you are not offering, for example, a DNS resolver for your universities? The guy said, but no, the people are using 888, 111, and they are happy. Then we told, yes, but the queries are going to 111, 888, but these people are seeing your data, the data of the university, and you, NREN, you have no information, and all these DNS queries are even going over TLS, over HTTPS. You have no clue. We have to force them, convince them to start running a resolver. But I can show you now they are very happy because they can see the trend of the data. They can also add some filtering, etc. So sometimes we should not always, but they are already, people are offering the service for free, is available, etc. So what can we contribute? What can we do? And nobody is currently doing. So I think these are things. As soon as you agree that you want to do something, please proceed. And after you've done some, publish. Publish. Let the world know that you too, you are doing something. I think this also gives motivations because trying to add something to the existing. Okay. So Barak was on the queue. So Barak, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Alain. I thought you had forgotten me.
No, never.
Yes, and thank you, Prof, for the intervention. I think you've touched on what I would have wanted to say, but I'll start with the comment from Professor Abdul Karim. I think when Professor Abdul Karim spoke, the issue of transitioning from IP version 4 to IP version 6 has been around for close to 20 years. When I speak to people, the question I get is, if it's not broken, why should we fix it? IP version 4 is just working fine. And I think largely as a community, we've been at a place of comfort, which is what makes us not to move, not because there are no solutions for us to move. But I think in an era of IoT, or Internet of Things, IPv4 is automatically becoming scarce. So probably we should shift to the value proposition, or making it an untechnical conversation. Speaking of Kenya, I think from 2022 or 2023, there was a policy from the regulator barring the importation of non-IP version 6 compliant devices. And I think at a policy level, that's a good step. But I think when it comes to funding, because it's end users who are really benefiting, we have to think about another way of making them to embrace V6. And I think right now, almost every other phone that is coming out is V6 compliant. So I think what we need to do as communities is just to encourage the communities to transition. Here in Kenya, the Kenya Education Network, our REN, is actually deliberately and intentionally encouraging our institutions of learning to transition from IP version 4 to V6. And I think industry associations and other bodies should also encourage the same. But I don't think that there is value for an institution or entity to just put money into it, because who is the end beneficiary? It is the internet user. On the other point, just to emphasize on what Prof has said, there is value in domesticating the work of AFNOG. From time to time, I volunteer at KENOG, whether for non-technical conversations, and I think it's open to the community. Just when an announcement is made by the program committee, show up there, learn, next time volunteer, and I think it is the spirit of Ubuntu that keeps us moving. Sometimes you come in not understanding anything, but after 10 years, you are then an expert. And I think if there is a way we can be able to support more of our NOGs, they are really beneficial to our communities. I think there's a colleague from Kenya who asked about how the ISPs can be supported. And I just wanted to mention that if possible, join an industry, yes, Alain, I'm concluding. If possible, join an industry association. We have TESPOC, we have the Internet Service Providers Association of Kenya, we have the Association of Community Networks, and a lot of efforts have been made. We have licenses whose costs have been lowered, and maybe we'll speak to them as we continue later on. Thank you, Alain.
Thank you very much. This takes us to the end of the AFNOG Day. Thank you all. And then I think now we will hand over to Susan.
I would like everyone